Hello nibbies, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Nips, a freelance artist, and today we're going to be working on some sketch requests that I did on my 24-hour stream April 3rd, which is why you're going to see a bar at the top. We did a fundraiser for my 18 plus comic OFFCELL. If you want to check it out, all the links are down below. Those that went to the stream and donated $50 got to reserve a sketch slot, and these were really fun because I think initially I had set, great, now I don't remember, I think it was 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes per sketch, and I really tried to make it timed because there were so many sketches we had to do. The ones in this video took around 7 hours, and I would say honestly 7 hours on and off because there was a lot of like intermissions and things we did in between, so I'd probably say like maybe like 5 to 6 hours, but they were so incredibly fun. I got to draw so many unique things while also like testing my speed. I tried to keep it black and white with maybe like an accent color because if not, you guys already know the people that go to the stream, hashtag just a sketch. I was about to go all out for what? So this was my first sketch, which is the boss cat from Cat Gang, which was created by Oriozema for Dodger Dex Bonus, who is very sweet, amazing, and she has like these OCs called Cat Gang. And then the next one was the person asked for a chibi Godzilla. So not only am I bad at drawing beasts, but I'm also bad at drawing cute things like chibis. I have such a hard time drawing them. So this was hard. But everyone was so nice because everyone's like, look, we're just here to have a good time. These are just meant to be fun and quick. And it really helped me loosen up and not be super stressed about them. The timing honestly helped. If there's no time limit, I get carried away and I just give myself, like I have nothing to stop me essentially from overthinking. Whereas if I have a time limit, I know that I have to cut out the overthinking. So it's more of like an incentive for me to stop my brain in its tracks from like doing too much. I think that was like one of the things that I mentioned when I did the sketchbook slam challenge, where one of the most valuable things that I learned and that really helped me was the ability to just turn my brain off. And obviously that's something that you have to work on and continuously like hone. I definitely have to warm up to it because I'm naturally an overthinker, so I have to almost like warm up until I can turn my brain off. So it's not just instant. I haven't practiced it enough where it's just instant. During the sketchbook slam challenge, I could pretty much just do it on command only because of how much I drew at the time, and that was like pretty much all I did. But it's been a while, so I'm really trying to get back into the habit. You'll see here that as the sketches go on, they'll kind of, not that they get better, but you'll definitely notice a change in the quality. Like you'll see me get more and more comfortable. This Tifa one, this is where I was like, I need to turn my brain off because I was getting tilted with the first drawing because the angles were just off, the proportions didn't look good. And with Tifa, I just decided to go. And the result wasn't too great. I wasn't super happy with the clothes or her face and her hair, but I was definitely happier with the process. I just let go a lot more. And for those of you really struggling with putting things on the paper or just letting go or overthinking, I just recommend timing yourself, scribbling and doing things without thinking about them. I always tell people when you're in an art block, I don't know, this helps me a lot, so I swear by it, but just traditional piece of paper, pen or pencil or marker, just one tool and just go. That's it. No eraser, no nothing. One tool and just go. And I don't know, I think the simplicity of it and the restrictions of only having one tool and the fact that it's on paper, like I don't see a screen, I don't see all the toolbars, nothing, really just helps clear my mind. Like there's no undo, there's no nothing. It's just me and the paper and one tool. So this was like bringing me back to to the Sketchbook Slam Challenge. Here we have the Lupin. I don't know if it's pronounced Lupin or Lupin, but Lupin the Third. And I've seen the movie. There's like a movie. I don't know really too much about this character. I've seen one movie. I don't know if there's like a show or several movies or how this works, but I've always really liked the design of this character and I'm glad somebody requested it. I had so much fun drawing them. I feel like this is one of my favorite sketches, but I still feel like I didn't do like the character full justice. I just love the amount of like attitude and character that is in the design and in like the gestures, the line gestures and fluidity. They say so much by themselves. This next one is going to be Josuke from JoJo. This one was actually for GB, so the pressure is on. I say that, I always have to preface it with that because my drawings for GB always stress me out because there's like extra pressure. It's like, it's GB, you know? So I wanna like make sure that the drawing is immaculate. And so I overthink more than I already do. Surprisingly with this one, I was able, I don't know if it's because we were all just hanging out in chat and we were just talking shit, that I got kind of distracted. It was easier to turn it off, to turn my brain off. And I do quite like how this sketch came out as well. So you'll see that as the sketches kind of go on, the Lupin and the Josuke are like much better. And I'm starting to get more comfortable with just kind of going with the flow. Some of them took longer than 10 or 15 minutes. I took liberties, like if I wasn't done in the time frame, but I really, really liked the sketch, or it just did not look presentable at all, then I would take like an extra 5 minutes. So not all of them are exactly in that time frame. I think some took less. I think the chibi one might have taken less. And oh my god, did I say Josuke? Oh my god, this whole time I said Josuke and oh my god, this whole time I've been saying Josuke. It's Okuyasu. Oh my god, Okuyasu. I saw the the pompadour and I just ran with it. So I'm sorry. Oh my god, I meant Okuyasu. It was really fun making them in black and white. Normally I'm someone, if you guys have seen me on stream with the sketches, you guys know it's so hard for me to do black and white. I just love adding color to everything. So it was pretty difficult to sketch, especially the loop. I love Lupin's color scheme. It's been really fun to force myself to stick to black and white and just one color accent. That's it. That's all I get. And it was really nice like Tetrising them on the page. That was another thing that I was talking about, forcing myself to just do them all in one page, or at least as many as I could fit, because I also don't want to force them to fit in a page if they don't actually look good. But I guess the point was to fit more than one in a page, because if I did them individually, the same thing would happen. I would start overthinking, I would start wanting them to fill the whole page. And so by doing more than one in a page, it would force me to stop thinking about like the quality and the composition and just like, this is what I'm saying. thing. Like everybody, not just in art, but like everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. You just have to figure out what those are and just work around them. This second page, this one was on OC, and this one, if you were on stream, you'll know how tilted I was by this drawing because this character had such a beautiful design and I really liked their face and their hair, but I don't know if anyone else suffers from this, which I'm working on. It's one of the things I'm working on. I want like to be able to draw different kinds of faces, ages, structures, and everything. I'm at the point where a lot of the characters that I draw that aren't my OCs just end up looking like my OCs. So like even when I do fan art, you can pretty much pick who it looks like from my comic. So this character, it just looks like Pim and Alvin put together. And I was really stressed out the entire time. So you'll see throughout the speed paint, me just fucking with the face. Like it gets to a point where I just draw the rest of the body because I was like, I already know that the face is gonna be the part that I struggle with the most. Like we're struggling. I think it was really interesting, like seeing it now that the drawing is done and that I'm away from the stress. It is really interesting that when I go to draw my characters, like I don't even have to think about it. It's almost like second nature, and the characters evolve. So like if you've seen my characters from 2014 to now, they do evolve. I've obviously had to think about it in a sense, like how I draw them, but the way that I think about it is by not thinking about it and more like feeling it. Oh my God, please tell me this makes sense. Like in my head, my characters feel a certain way and that feeling transforms into a look, and that look is achieved by me improving my art so that I can put that look onto the paper. And so they've naturally progressed, but not really because I've thought about it like that, but more so like I've gotten better at art so that feeling can be on the paper. And so I don't really think about it too much. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna draw Anya. Oh, I'm gonna draw this. I'm gonna draw this. And then like I just put the feeling onto the paper. And if my skill just so happens to be better at the time, then it'll just come out that way. But with other characters, I have to overthink it so much. I'm like, how would this character look in my style? What are they like? What vibe do they have? This and this and this and this and that. And then because like my library is so small and because I'm so used to drawing my characters, they always turn out like that. Those of you that are familiar with Pim and Alvin, maybe I'll just like put reference pictures on the screen. Hopefully you guys will see it because I can't unsee it. And I messed with the drawing so much that I got to like a good midway point. It still kind of looks like them, but I think this is as close as I was gonna get and I didn't wanna like overdo it either. I don't know if anyone else struggles with that where like you do fan art and it just looks like your characters. I definitely want to improve that because I want to be more versatile. I want to, I want to do the thing. I want to do the thing. Speaking of doing the thing, here we have Wolverine. I think there's something about American comics that I feel like that's why there are certain people that tell me that my art style reminds them of like anime plus like American comics put together. And the aspect of American comics that I really, really love is not just the realism, the color theory is so immaculate, and the way that they do the lines, like putting the thick black solid shadows in just the perfect places is so beautiful. It's one of those, like, they're so good at it that they make it look easy, you know? Because if you actually look at a panel, I mean, obviously art styles differ between like comic to comic, obviously, but most of like the typical comics, if you look at the panels, like the colorists, they don't even use that many colors, but they're so good at it that they just put like 4 colors and they've achieved what I can't even achieve with like 800 colors. They're just like gonna gradient blue to orange here and then put pink here and everything is just gonna work. I'm like, dude, what is this like sorcery? I'm baffled by it every time. So I just want to learn how to do that. I absolutely love that. And I was kind of proud of how that Wolverine came out. There's definitely a lot of imperfections, but I tried my best to stay away from my character's facial archetypes and try to really do the thick black shadows. And in a limited amount of time, I like it. I think I did something with that one. And then proceeding from liking the drawing to this one. This one is Corvo Atano from Dishonored, the version without the mask. This character's so hot. And I completely butchered this drawing. I can't explain. You just have to watch. This drawing, I think the character exemplifies what I wish I could draw, but I'm not skilled enough yet, hopefully, to draw this. Basically what I was talking about. It's like the different types of facial structures, drawing characters so they look unique, but they also look like they're in your style, but they also don't look like each other, and it's not like same face syndrome. You'll see me mess with the face. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get the vibe of the character, you get me? Like, you can draw a character in any style, but if you capture the vibe, the essence, it'll still look like them. I feel like characters aren't necessarily about just the appearance. Like, it has to be an essence. Like, a character just feels like something. So if you can capture that, it does not matter what the art looks like. I feel like you could just tell it's them. And I just did not achieve that in looks or in essence. Your girl failed. I moved on to the next one, which is Black Cat. And honestly, I did the thing where I went back because I was so frustrated with the last one that I tried to go back to turning off my brain, and I just drew the first pose that came out. And when I tell you that I love this drawing, I'm proud of myself for this one. The only problem that I have with this one, again, if you know my characters, this bitch looks like Saskia. This is Saskia. I don't care. There's no way that you don't see it. It's Saskia. She even has I even drew the little hair swoop on the side. I was like, bitch, what am I even doing? This is Saskia's Black Cat. Like I said, we're working on that. We were even talking about on stream where comics always get memed, especially American comics. They'll get memed for breaking anatomy. So here you'll see that her back is broken and then her tits are in the front. And I was like, listen, why would I draw and want to confine myself to the laws of reality? All right. Why would I do that? I mean, not to shame anyone that does, but like for my preference, like why would you shame me for my preferences? Like I want to see ass and titties, all right? That's what I want to see. If I have to break a fictional spine to do it, I will. It doesn't always come out right, all right? The breaking of the spine doesn't always come out right. I feel like you have to know the rules to break them. So you have to know the anatomy rules in order to know how to break it so that it's not jarring on the eyes. Like you can pretty much flow the lines in a way that it's believable. Like you want to trick your audience basically into believing that it works. I mean, isn't that the reality of like all of art? It's just like fake it till you make it. Convince everyone that you know what you're doing, but you have no idea what's going on. So yeah, so that's my theory on that. But then again, I might be biased because I like to Twizzler my anatomy. This last drawing is a character named Tal, which is from my D&D campaign. And those of you that don't know, I do have a D&D campaign that I'm a part of, and I've drawn 3 characters. I think I have speed paints of them. It's my character, Kaxar. I've drawn Renali, I've drawn Freya, and I don't think I've drawn any of the other ones on any video, but this is another one, Tal. He's our healer, and I think he's a mage as well. I'm new to D&D, so I don't know the roles too well yet, but he's pretty awesome. He always saves Kaxar's ass and very cute. I love him, but I have such a hard time drawing him because, like I said, my characters just kind of pop up in everything that I draw, and so he kind of looks like Alvin a bit there. I really tried not to do that, but oh my god, I originally had his bottom half as well, but I had spent so long on these drawings that I couldn't do it anymore, so I just chopped it off. That was those 2 pages, and then I had another like 1.5 pages that I ended up finishing off stream because the stream was going on too long and I was dying and everyone in chat was telling me to go to sleep, and so I finished it off stream, and I don't have the speed paint for that. Maybe I'll just flash them on screen here towards the end so you can see what they look like. I'll put all the links of the finished products down below, and yeah, that was today's speed paint. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the drawings. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the commentary. Let me know what you guys thought down below. Like if you liked the video, subscribe, join the Nippy family. The more the merrier. All my socials are down below. All my comic links are down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next video. Bye.